in 2008 and 2012, you voted for
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
2016,
I voted for Donald Trump.
Hillary Clinton.
2020,
Donald Trump.
Biden.
and who will you vote for in 2024?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
You may vote for the former president.
I may.
Why do you say that?
That's a smug CBS journalist in disbelief at the prospect of minorities thinking for themselves. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and things aren't looking too great for Democrats who seem to be losing black and Hispanic voters left and right. Naturally, this has the political hacks and establishment media in a tizzy, and they're doing whatever they can to stem the flow, including sending correspondents out to speak directly to these voters. Fortunately, propagandists don't have any power if no one believes their lies, so most of the interviews just turn into a sour-faced journalist sitting across from people and judging them with their eyes.
It's kind of like second nature. Like when you go in a poll, you hit Democrat. Something has to happen. I mean, it's just so expensive to survive. And we're planning on having kids. I don't want to live in a stressful environment trying to rub two pennies together to try to make it either.
When did you make that decision to check a different box?
Post-Obama, I decided that the party just wasn't suitable to the goals that I
How
had.
did you come to that conclusion? Because at the end of the day, former President Obama was the first African-American president in history.
That's just
I
true.
mean, as a black man, I would assume that meant something.
Absolutely. You know, I attended the inauguration on his first term. I grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in the 80s and 90s, came through the system as an institutional Democrat, went through a lot of the experiences that young black men go through, good and bad, ended up leaving that environment, grew up, started looking at the world through a new lens.
Yeah, black guy, why do you think Democrats didn't do anything to help you or your community? They made a mixed-race dork who shares next to nothing with you culturally and dresses like a soccer mom president. Didn't that help you? Can't you relate to him and his gigantic wife as they frolic around their home in Martha's Vineyard? I mean, seriously, what is this lady even talking about? It sounds like an indirect way of saying she's gonna revoke his black card if he doesn't vote for Biden. Do Democrats really think that they can keep pulling this historic nonsense forever to distract from the fact that they've been screwing people over?
And why did you vote for President Biden in the last
Because
election?
of who he ran with, and he was in the White House for the 8 previous years. I felt like he had the experience, but definitively right now, I couldn't tell you that if they open the polls tomorrow, I'm voting for Joe Biden.
So what changed?
Life, the inflation, and the things that we're going through right now. I want the right person so that I'm not paying $8 for eggs, $15 for gas.
Even though things may be improving economically, but you feel there's a disconnect.
Yeah, there is a disconnect. The way these last 3 or 4 years have been, this is the worst it's ever been in my life. I never would have even considered thinking about voting for Donald Trump. But living in America these last 4, it's a consideration.
You know, I wonder if this lady bothered to show that guy Biden's charts and graphs that they're so fond of peddling on the news. Maybe that would help change his mind about voting for Trump. I mean, sure, he owns and operates a small business and is an adult responsible for his living expenses, but I bet if she could just show him that episode Chris Hayes did about the economy, this guy would realize that he's mistaken. I think what these people are starting to realize is that a lot of minorities are actually more conservative than they think, and if you aren't going to do anything to positively impact their lives or the issues they care about, they're gonna bail. So all of this woke crap that Democrats are doing to impress the elite wing of their party doesn't carry over to minorities. They don't care that you did all this nonsense for alphabet people or global warming when they're still paying out the nose for gas and groceries. But let me know what you think. Will this trend continue? Or will Democrats figure out a way to stem the loss and trick these groups into voting for them again? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching.